Hi everyone, quick video tutorial for our Facebook timeline software. Now, first of all, notice why I have this video over on the right or left, whichever way you're looking at. I've got all this free space here because when we put videos on our timeline on Facebook, obviously you know the audio isn't automatically run, so we need to have text over here that really engages our audience so they can see what it's about, to inspire them to click on the unmute button or audio button or whatever that's called. That's what we want them to do. So it's a really good idea to get text into your video in big bold letters so people can read it when it's in people's timeline. Okay, so this software is incredibly easy to use. Load up your Facebook email address or phone number, whatever you've got, and the password. I've supplied people test Facebook accounts, so you can test this software without bugging your friends in Facebook, which means you can run it over and over and test it as much as you like without bugging people. So we click next. Here you select the video, click on the browse button and locate the video. The idea with this software is we also supply a thumbnail. To get 100% best results, use a 1280 by 720 thumbnail, 1280 by 720 pixels, and that's 720p in video. So use the same size video and thumbnail and you'll get perfect results every time. So the important parts here: the title can only be up to 195 characters. If you put any more characters in, the software may well stop and not publish your live video. The description is what comes up above your video. So if you're going to put a link in there like I have, make sure that that's at the top so people get to see that clearly and it's not hidden under the fold or under the seam or button. So once you've located your video up here, added your title and description, click next. Now, this is important, so pay attention. When we broadcast from your computer to Facebook, there is a time delay between the video starting and when it goes live. So if you don't add any space or time at the beginning of your video, it depends on your connection speed. So in simple, if you don't add any extra time to your video, you broadcast the video. When it goes live on people's timeline and they click on play, they may come into it 10 seconds after you've started. So we give people the option to test the software and change the duration of what we do. Okay, what we do is we add a thumbnail at the front of your video. So you can select that thumbnail, and you can also choose the duration of that thumbnail in your video. So if you put 5 seconds, the video produced will have your thumbnail running silently for 5 seconds. If you've got a really slow connection, maybe bump that up to 15 seconds. Mine seems to work at 10 seconds. So what the software does, we grab your video, it re-renders it and adds your thumbnail to the front of that video. Now that thumbnail, it's a good idea to put a lot of thought into that, because people may see that, and if they see that, put a call to action or something inspiring them to click on the unmute button. Okay, so you don't have to have it. No thumbnail, too easy. If you want a thumbnail, I'm choosing 10 seconds. It can be however many seconds you like. The idea here is to use a test account and figure out what that time is best for you. And then click on browse, select the thumbnail. I'll do that now. There's my thumbnail. It says any video content you have live to your Facebook timeline. So there it is. And really that's pretty much about it. Then you click on start process. I'll do that now. So what we're doing is we're re-rendering your video and adding the thumbnail to the front of it, making a different, longer video relative to the duration you put in there. Once it's finished rendering, I'll come back and there will be a start button. The reason I've done that instead of going straight through to live is because maybe you want to prepare a video beforehand, have it all ready, and then when you go live, click on live, and it takes a couple of minutes after that. Particularly if you're using a longer video, if you've just done a podcast or produced a video for YouTube and you want to share that on Facebook and it's, say, it's 60 minutes, it'd be a good idea to render it first. So once the rendering's done, you can choose when to go live. And by just clicking on the start button, all the rendering has been done previously. So I'll pause. Now also at this point, while the software is rendering, it's using your CPU. So the time it takes to render your video is dependent on how fast your CPU is and obviously how long the video is. Okay, once the rendering has completed, that icon changes to start live. So you can do it now, or you can walk away and come back and do that at a later point, just prior to the correct time you want to go live. Now, speaking of when you want to go live, particularly to your Facebook timeline, like going live at 3 a.m. in the morning is probably not a great idea. You will still get a bunch more engagement when people log on in the morning. Your live event, your live video will pretty much be at the top of their timeline. I've seen that over and over and over. But to get tons of engagement, it's to do it when your market is sitting in front of their computer or it's sitting in front of their phone. So, like 8 o'clock at night is a good time after dinner. I don't know, you guys know your markets better than I do, so take that into consideration. So anyway, click on live and we do one more system preparation. The software is logging into Facebook, doing all the stuff it's got to do to go live to your timeline. Now, that takes about 3 to 5 minutes. So what you do is you go to the timeline of the account that you're using in this software after 3 minutes and refresh it. Once it actually starts broadcasting, you'll get a notification and just watch for it to appear. And the great thing is you can interact with your audience from your browser, which is what I encourage people to do. So when you go live, you talk to them in the comments like a chat, and it's extremely cool. You will get tons of engagement. The more chatting and liking that happens on your live video, the higher in the timeline algorithm it will appear. So a bit of interaction is always going to help. Okay, I think we'll leave it there. Very, very simple to use, and good luck. Let us know how you go. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments below this video. Thanks, and bye for now.